On August 17, 2012, three members of the Russian punk rock group Pussy Riot were sentenced to 2 years in a penal colony after being convicted on charges of hooliganism motivated by religious hatred after they performed a protest song in Moscow's main cathedral back in 2011. Two of Pussy Riot's members are continuing to serve their sentence after courts denied their parole in July. A third band member who was convicted with them was released on appeal. While the story of Pussy Riot continues to make headlines in the West, a year on, public opinion remains divided in Russia. While many see what they did as offensive, not everyone is convinced that it was criminal. Joining me to discuss is Innokenty Grekov, who is program assistant to the Fighting Discrimination program. What's the dominant sense here among everyday people? Not the government, not the people who are rallying, but everyday citizens. Are they seen? In some ways, it reminds me of the Snowden situation here in the United States, where some people are saying this guy's a hero, other people are saying this guy is a criminal, an enemy of the state. What's the understanding of who they are?
Well, the everyday person wouldn't know. They're simply unaware of the case and don't care enough to learn about it. I think public opinion surveys show that only up to 40% of the population has heard something about Pussy Riot still. So the majority of Russians are preoccupied with putting food on the table, and that's the economic concerns drive the everyday person's thinking and actions. At the same time, again, Levada Center's public opinion surveys show that there's a decline in the amount of people who support the harsh verdict against Pussy Riot. So latest numbers came out in April, and it stood at 53% of the people who've heard about the case think that the punishment was too harsh. And that number has gone down. The longer the girls stay in jail, and the more they show themselves as stoics, the more they continue to speak their mind and criticize the system and the verdict against them, I think the less support there is for the harsh verdict that was handed down by the court a year ago.
I
don't want to speculate about their artistic future. And I'm quite certain that the sentence will not be extended. But one of the things that the girls will have to do when they're out is fight more legal battles, because it wasn't just the verdict against the three women handed down last year, but subsequently their materials, their videos were banned by the Russian courts as extremists. So that puts severe restrictions on how the materials can be used. And it's one of the reasons why there is an informational blockade in the Russian press, because it's not easy to put a video or link to a video or use Pussy Riot's materials. So the federal list of banned extremist materials is now standing at more than 2,000 entries, and it's a ridiculous instrument used by the Russian state to control freedom of information. But so one of the key focuses of the girls past the sentence should be getting their materials off of this list and destroying the list altogether.